It might look just like an idyllic postcard from Lower Austria to any of the four corners of the world. But there is more to that beautiful image than meets the eye. Beyond its beauty, the Herrenstein Castle outside Vienna served as the venue for the first executive program of the newly launched UNIDO Institute. The Institute offers training on key issues relating to negotiating environmental treaties and sustainable industrial development, and will serve as a catalyst for innovative solutions, ideas and partnerships needed to achieve inclusive and sustainable patterns of globalization.
I would like to bring together some of the best thought leaders from around the world to provide knowledge and training for policymakers and experts around the world on emerging global issues in general. Second, I want to use this institute as a way of capacity building. We emphasize capacity building in various forms here. First of all, to create the awareness about some of the major global issues, give an indication of best practices around the world, particularly in the policy space. Third, explore ways in which there can be broader cooperation around from different regions to arrive at solutions. And finally, to give an opportunity to UNIDO experts who see these issues on a daily basis as they do programs in developing countries and emerging economies, to be able to disseminate some of what they observe on the ground as solutions, but also to use this as a way of teaching people how other countries have dealt with these problems.
The first executive program of the UNIDO Institute for Capacity Development was titled On Top of the Game, Global Strategies and Negotiations Towards Green Growth, and is financially supported by the government of Austria. It brought together some 35 senior officials, including diplomats from 30 countries. The opening ceremony was attended by the director of the Vienna Diplomatic Academy, Hans Winkler, who said multilateral diplomacy is an art and as such it needs knowledge and training.
We need participants in these international multilateral negotiations who know their business, who are professionals. And this is not something that you just do without very intensive training. So every effort to train professionals who later on represent their governments or international organizations in those negotiations is absolutely necessary.
In delivering the executive program in Herrenstein, UNIDO teamed with Said Business School. It had the heavy task to design programs that would combine the highest standards of academic rigor of Oxford University with the multidimensional industrial policy and technology experience of UNIDO, as well as the participants' own experiences in current multilateral negotiations and policy changes.
So what we've tried to do in this first program is to develop a curriculum that allows us from Oxford to teach negotiation as the complex process that it is. And interspersed with that, we have lectures on green growth, and people can then see, well, how, can ask and get answers on how we would deal with these and these and these issues of green growth, of sustainable development, of climate change. How can we deal with those issues with the framework that comes from the research that you all are telling us about? So bottom line, we're trying to deal with both the substance of green growth and industrial development and the process that people need to learn regarding how to negotiate more effectively in multi-issue, multi-level, extraordinarily complex negotiations.
Climate is a global thing, and it would be ironic if that was negotiated only by 2 or 3 of the powerful countries. I think everybody has to join in. And of course, the conditions under which countries negotiate about climate are quite different.
The week-long course was delivered by prominent names on the academic stage, among them Michael Gates of Richard Lewis Communications, Patrick Lowe, chief economist of the World Trade Organization, Gary Oren of the Harvard Kennedy School, Sherman Roberts of the University of Oxford, Sung Kwan Son, Ambassador for Climate Change, Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade of the Republic of Korea, as well as UNIDO senior managers.
Well, what we try to do with the negotiation program, which is based broadly on the program we have in Oxford, is to take people through the fundamentals of negotiation, which are the two key building blocks are decision making and understanding why, as human beings, we have psychological biases that make us make bad decisions.
When I look at the program of this executive program, I myself wish to apply for this program, not as a lecturer, but as a participant, because the program, contents of program looks so nice. It not only focus the theory of negotiation, but also it has a very provide innovative method of teaching to the all participants, such as simulation and interactive process. I think it is in that sense very unique, and I'm sure that it is helpful for the participant, and it will give them more capability to deal with the future environmental negotiation, including climate change.
Such words of praise and excitement were also shared by the participants in the executive program, who acknowledged the course exceeded their initial expectations.
From the start to finish, all the execution was, perfect. The substance, the content, the speakers, they were fabulous. They were brilliant, So it was a big time learning opportunity, because in the context of Rio Plus and the climate change situation which is prevailing, and the COP17 in view of that, I think so the issues thrashed out were very, very relevant. The discussions were very, very candid, and the knowledge which imparted was amazing, and we stand educated right now over here, and I would be taking back home lots of issues. I had very little knowledge on that, but now I think that my knowledge has increased.
The training helped me to recap some of the most important elements in negotiations, and I believe I'm equipped now more to go on the field and do what is the best negotiation based on what I've learned.
The result of the whole course exceeded my expectations, because the way the program was designed, it was a good complement to our work in the real world.
The graduates are proud of their certificates, as they should be, but these are more than just a piece of paper. They are a testimony to the valuable knowledge gathered during the week of intensive learning that they can now put to good use at home and on the international political stage.